Hello YouTubers, Trons here, back with some more Kerbal Space Program. Last time we did a few contracts here on Kerbin. We did two different observation or visual inspection contracts. Actually, I think it was gathering pressure data out over the sea to the east and northeast. And then we did a contract to test a parachute that we had for quite a while. But now that that's done, I'm thinking we need to either go back to the moon or go to Minmus. But let's see what contracts are available. Hey, Gene! Perform temperature scans of the moon. I think we did not take this one last time because this is very near the poles. Well, if we're going to the moon, let's see. Let's look at our active contracts. The only active contracts we have are two different temperature scan ones. This one is just in flight. Over the moon. And this other one has two surface, and in flight once. Well, if we're gonna go to the surface, well, you might as well plant the flag while we're there for extra bonus cash. How long? This is going to expire in a day. This would be nice for next time, perhaps. Well, after we get back from the moon. We don't have anything else for Minmus except the General Explore Minmus, but this will never expire. So that's what I think we're gonna do. We're gonna grab this, plant the flag, and we're also gonna take this synchronous orbit of Minmus 1, and that's not worth it. No, it has a little bit of science attached to it, but I don't think it's really worth it. This is a good amount of money, seeing that we'll basically get this for free on our way to the moon. I don't see why we shouldn't take it. Alright. Yeah, I think that's everything we'll take for now. See you later, Gene. But we want to upgrade some of our tech. So we will be able to get to the moon rather efficiently, I hope. I'd like to get this. But I believe we first need specialized construction. So let us take this for 160. And then we can get the atomic rocket motor. This has a maximum thrust of 60, so it's pretty low. But it's the ISP, the engine efficiency, in the vacuum it's 800. Which is basically double of any of the other engines. On top of that, it does also produce electricity, which some of the smaller engines don't. So that's great too. Now, if we take our similar design to what we had previously, you need a little more than 3 of these. to get the same thrust that we got out of the Poodle engine. So if we take actually 4 of these, so we did have 4 little side pods, that'll give us a little more thrust than we had with the Poodle engine, but it will be a lot more efficient. So let us take this. And we do have already solar panels. What else? We have 144, so yeah, we can't get anything from here. The accelerometer would have been nice. 100 where's the crew capacity? Would have liked to have this. Have 2 guys on the surface, or at least on the flight, not necessarily on the surface, but alrighty, that's pretty much everything we can do right now, I think. We're not gonna magically get a bit more science to unlock this. So let's build our ship. And hopefully this won't be an extensive build. I'm actually probably going to load up our so hopefully this is our previous ship. Yeah, that looks like it. This worked decently well. Let's see, this can take 2 crew, but redesigning the ship around that probably not going to work out. We don't need a satellite this time, so let's instead pop on another parachute. Alright, I'm going to take this ship apart, basically, and rebuild it. So we're gonna get rid of this Poodle engine. In fact, yeah, I don't think we need it at all. Let's just keep that off for now. We're going to get rid of that Poodle engine as well. How are we going to do this? Maybe something like that. That actually looks like it works. Let's go to engines. Yeah, the only problem now is these won't touch the ground. Now, that looks really weird. Yeah, that should make it a little easier to get in and out. We need some struts, though, or some... Alright, look at that. That's not too bad. One, two. And then we'll rotate this one the other way. One, two, and okay. Can we undo that? There we go. That's pretty close. They're not exactly lined up. Yeah, so that will give us a nice wide base, so we don't tip over. At least that's the plan. And then, hopefully, this will hook in there. We need to get rid of those and change their direction. We now need to flow fuel from inside the center tank out to these. Originally we had the Poodle engine in the center. Now we have 4 atomic engines on the outside. And what I am hoping I can do is only need one of these. There we go. We will use these engines after we split here. Let's close these up. So we'll be taking these along, but we'll be using these efficient engines. That will save us the weight of the Poodle engine. Speaking of weights, let's see. These are 2¼ tons. The Poodle engine is this one. Yeah, so we're heavier now. So instead of having 2 Poodle engines, Not that we're really saving weight, but... And... Alright, that's not what I want. How did you break? I don't think that's connecting up properly. Technically, I can run without this. I can manually transfer fuel if needed. No, I don't. Well... Oh, that's one thing I can do. Not so pretty, but I think that'll work. Hoping it'll pull from here before it pulls from here. Now, I was trying to guarantee that by hooking up to here, but apparently it wouldn't do that, so... And as I said, at worst we can manually transfer. The one other thing I want to do is we got off the launch pad really quick. And then these fell off pretty early. What we can do is put one of these on. I'm gonna go crazy. I will put one of those on, but in addition, you know what, that's too much. We'll put one of these on, so these will last a little bit longer and help us get into orbit with more fuel. Alright. We got a temperature sensor. We got goo and materials bays. That's about all the science. Pressure barometer's not going to do anything for us. $165 parts, a little over 600 tons. Let's save this. Let's check our staging. All those go. All of those go. We stage these outer ones off with the separatrons. We stage those off. We decouple there. At which point we want these engines to fire. We decouple there once this is empty of fuel, and then we have parachutes at the end. I think that's pretty good. The only thing I need to watch for is these, I believe, tend to overheat if at 100%, so we can go up to 90-95%. But other than that, alright, we'll take Jeb with us. And let's head for the moon. Okay, let's turn on SAS. Well, we gotta do some temperature scans, but we don't really need that until we're at the moon. And let's go in 3, 2, 1. Lift off. We should be a little slower because we're heavier, we got more fuel, but then our rockets will last longer. And I believe last time they barely made it to 9,000. We should make it over 9,000 this time. And Jeb looks really happy. Alright, we're approaching 5 kilometers and 200, so I'm 200 meters per second, so let's throttle down a bit. Going too fast, too low, and you lose it all to drag. Let's turn on our lights. Don't really have many on the ship itself. Alright, let's, we're at 10 kilometers. Let's start our gravity turn a bit. Over to maybe 65-degree angle or so. Alright, let's throttle back up. And yeah, we are really booking out here. And we're about to stage. So it's nicely coming apart. We're at 20 kilometers. We can maybe turn over to 45. And we are nicely picking up speed. A little hard to see the rocket, but doing well here. How high are we getting? We can angle over some more, I think. We need to get our horizontal velocity up. Doing pretty good on vertical. Alright, we'll get more horizontally. Stop. Alright, let's again nicely come off there. Let's circularize. Dragging the wrong point there. Yeah, that's pretty good. aim over here. Oh, great. And... oh, we do have solar panels. I was afraid we didn't. Alright, let's begin the burn here. Gonna be a little high, I think. Let's cut our engines until we're closer to apoapsis. Otherwise, we're not gonna be very circular. And there's the moon. And yeah, we've left those in the dust. They should fall back. Alright, let's throttle up again. We're gonna be a bit off here. But it's not too bad. Let's get this up to about 80. Yep. Spinning too much. Alright. Alright, we don't need this anymore. We are in orbit. It's not the most circular orbit, but it'll work. We want to target the moon. A little off, but 2 degrees or so. And that should be approximately... Alright. To me, that looks like we'll be going in front of the moon like we did last time. We want to go behind it. Something like that. You don't need to get a satellite in orbit, so we can approach lower. That's pretty good, I think. Hopefully that will have us going behind the moon, and we just need to slow down, and we'll be orbiting the correct way, the way it spins, so we'll have a lower relative velocity compared to the surface. Looks like we will be coming slightly under, so maybe if we do that, we'll be more across the equator, although in reality we may we may want to be on an eccentric orbit. Because I believe most of the places we have to visit are on the surface. I mean, yes, all the places we have to visit are on the surface, but many of them, yeah, like sweep down past these, and then over here we have T6ZX. Okay, yes, these three are these ones, and then temperature scans, these are the blue ones. We're not doing you. And hey, let us get our science from around Kerbin. Crew report. You EVA. Come on. Up, down. Oh. How do we get you to face this way? Oh, grab. No. Why do you have to be so much trouble? Ooh, okay, here we go. Down. Slow, slow, slow. Grab. EVA report. We'll keep that. Board. Let's turn SAS back on. And review store. Can we transmit that and... That counted. Okay. Let's turn on some RCS. Pointed in the correct direction. And then we'll fast forward to our node and perform this burn to get us to the moon. Alright, that looks pretty good. We got, how do we focus? Back on our vessel. Should be a button for that. I'm sure there is, I just don't know what it is. Okay. We are coming around. We got a 51-second burn if we will have fuel left, which I think we will. Which means we want to burn about 25 seconds to go. Alrighty. Just starting to head to the night side. Gotta get lined up a little and start the burn. Alrighty, we are starting to get close, so I'm gonna throttle down so it's much easier to stop right on the target. Oh, and we have run out of fuel. That's okay. Oh, well, we're not burning from here. That means we'll just have to do some manual transfers later. It's down to about 40. That's pretty good. Where are we pulling the fuel from? We should be pulling it from... Oh, we are pulling it from here. It's just so small, it's really hard to see. Yes. We're sharing equally from these two. Okay. Okay. I think at this point we just need to time warp out until about here. And I don't want to focus Kerbin. I want to focus our ship. Well, let's head back to the Space Center. And then just fly the ship. I believe that will get our focus. Yeah, focus is back here on the ship. Let's pop that back up and time warp out. Yes, unfortunately, we are in the shadow. And, the lights were sucking down all our power. There we go. Turn the lights on again. Not that we really need it now. But, alright, we're getting close to the moon. just a few seconds, this will flip around, showing that we've changed over to the moon's sphere of influence. Any second now. There it goes. Alright, that's not too bad. We are orbiting around in the preferred direction. And we'll just need to perform a maneuver here. I think we'll get circular. Well, we'll get into an orbit. Then we'll do a maneuver here to tilt more, so it's easier to pass over these locations, and then we can bring our orbit down, so we're close to the surface and can easily fly over these different points. And guess that is the plan. So let's get prepared. Coming in actually not too quickly, which is good. We don't have an estimated burn though. I'm gonna guess it's about a minute. Or less, actually, probably even. The switching away and switching back, unfortunately, causes the ship's computer to forget how much thrust versus weight you have, and so it can't make the estimates anymore. But we have about an hour and 15 minutes to go, so let's fast forward in. Got about a half hour. Coming down. Ooh, there we go. Alright, I'm going to start the burn at 30 seconds. And see what the estimate is then. Let's go. Alright, let's lower that down a little bit. And stop about there. Alright. since we're already tilted that way, if we tilt a little more, I think that will allow us to pass over most points and slow down a little bit. I think that will be decent, and then once we get here we can lower it down so we're pretty close to passing over most points. That's actually, because it's so far out, it's going to be a pretty small burn. We just need to orient ourselves in the proper direction. Something about like that. And we are behind the moon for right now. Our power is going down, but hopefully we should be out of the back of the moon here in just a few minutes. And we should have plenty of power. At least that's the hope. Yeah, we should be coming into the sun in just a few moments here. And our batteries will recharge off our solar panels. And there we go. And we have about 3.5 hours before this burn, so way out here. Orbit will slow way down. Nope. Passed it slightly. Not too bad. It's not really going to affect anything too much. Alright, and that is our orbit. Let's add a maneuver here to slow down some more. And get in a rather tight orbit here. I don't think we'll be hitting these pink ones right away, but we may come over these. Below 8 kilometers, or 8.5 kilometers. So we need to bring that pretty far down. $25. That's probably too low right there. Want some safety. I'll bring it down to about 5 or 6, 7. Yeah, that will be. If we need to, we can emergency do a small maneuver. Let's get this all set up. But yeah, the mountains travel up to about 5 kilometers, as far as I know. The highest ones, maybe a little higher. So don't want to be too low that we risk hitting any of the mountains. All right, let's time warp in. We got about 4 hours, and we'll have about a minute-long burn with these engines. That's the one problem. Not really problem, but to give up, or to get the fuel efficiency, you give up thrust. So your burns are going to be longer. Right, we are heading south, and then we'll be coming back up. In fact, we don't want to miss this one because we'll be traveling relatively fast. You know, back when we were far away, missing it by 10 seconds, didn't put us too far off. We'll be traveling a whole lot faster now, so missing it by 10 seconds will put us pretty far off. So we are coming around, and maybe we'll be passing over these points next time. We'll have to see. Alright, we're about to head into the shadow, but that's okay. Alright, gonna start burn at about 30 seconds. Let's just make sure we're right on that point. And 3, 2, 1, burn, and then tap it back a little. We don't seem to be overheating, so maybe they've modified these engines a little bit since I used them last. They used to overheat if you ran them. Oh, there they go. Look at that. Full out for more than a minute, let's say. That's why throttling down a little bit will hopefully let them cool at a rate that they won't explode. Flipping around, and we want to stop that just below 8. 6 is great. And we're going to be there in 22 minutes. Are you going to be over here in 22 minutes? We shall see. You are... There's 2 points there. Alpha and Beta. One is the surface. Both are those are the surface points. Well, we'll see. We'll see where we are when we get over there. Yeah, we're using up electricity again, but I think at this point it's just orbit the moon, something like this, and see what we pass over, or how close we'll pass over to various points. And part of that is getting a feel for, how close, how close you can get. Without impacting. And maybe we'll wait for the next time around. Not sure exactly how far that that moves per orbit. Can't really land with that. So I definitely want to pass over the other points and use up fuel. Then we can transfer the remaining fuel into the upper tank. No, Prpgram. Sorry about that. Alright. We're close enough that we can see the surface. That's a little scary to me. But, we are still going down. But we're really close to our closest approach point. And there are no obvious big mountains. There's a big crater below us. Can we take... let's reset the experiment and save that for... save the science for where I actually landed. Alright, we're just coming around the moon here. Alright, we are going back up. So that wasn't a problem on that orbit. And basically, I think we're just gonna orbit around here until we pass over some of these locations. It may take quite a few orbits. Alright, definitely at 8,000, we are in no risk of hitting the surface anymore. We're heading back down again on our next orbit, and really, we don't seem that much closer. Alrighty, here we go. We're getting close. We're under 10 kilometers. Close to the surface, that is. And yeah, we are just skimming right over there, and here we go up. That's a little bit of a rise, but we're clearing it easily. Do we, yeah, hold on this time. EVA report. Hey, we got some new science, I think. We're a bit closer here, but not as close. I thought the surface would rotate faster. Anyway, we're over an hour here. I like to keep the episodes to about an hour, so I'll keep orbiting here. And we'll come back next episode when we're close to passing over one of these points. Well, not these points. Maybe that point. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time with some more Kerbal Space Program Mission to the Moon in Beta 0.9. Thanks for watching.